Thank you all for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Independence Day celebration, and a special welcome to our guests of honor, His Excellency Dr. George Abela and Mrs. Abela, and Foreign Minister George Vella and Mrs. Vella. I would now like to introduce our host this evening, Her Excellency Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley, Ambassador of the United States of America to Malta. Joining her this evening is her husband Gerard and her extended family. Ambassador Abercrombie-Winstanley will now give her remarks on the occasion of the 237th anniversary of the independence of the United States of America.
President Abela, Foreign Minister Vella, Mrs. Vella, Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, the first thing I want to say is this a fabulous Maltese evening or what? Hurrah for the weather! Welcome to the 237th anniversary of the independence of the United States of America. We're celebrating 200 years of American music this evening. America's rich musical heritage reflects America's equally rich social history. Each new wave of immigrants to America has brought with them their musical vocabulary, added their rhythms, tones, instruments, and structures. The beauty of American society is how we weave in these threads from around the world to create a richer tapestry. No one person invented ragtime, the blues, jazz, country, soul, or rock. In truth, everyone helped invent them, since each style has roots in the fertile soil of the homeland of every immigrant who came to America. Not every new form of music or new wave of immigrant was initially accepted by society. Jazz was once called the devil's music. The Irish were heavily discriminated against when they first arrived, yet now jazz is a celebrated musical genre, and St. Patrick's Day is virtually a national holiday. We've learned that society grows stronger when it embraces its immigrants and weaves them into its own fabric. It can be said that America was built, in part, by people running away from their history, some abandoning, some fleeing, some stolen from their countries. But all took on the risk of a new life in a new land. And they brought with them knowledge and skills, culture and art that was integrated into this new community, shaping it and enriching it. Much of America's success has come from tapping into the creative energy and ideas that come from our diverse population. Sustaining that energy anywhere in the world requires keeping our societies open to new ideas. America continues to be a beacon for immigrants from across the globe. Many come to our universities drawn by their excellence and their accessibility. Some are at the other end of society, working for minimum wages, hoping to give their children a better chance than they had. Others are running away from persecution, war, and famine, looking for safety, looking for a refuge. We take pride that America's doors, even now, remain open. Ongoing challenges following the Arab Spring, conflicts in Africa, and civil war in Syria have swelled the numbers of refugees who risk the perilous crossing of the Mediterranean for the hope of safety in Europe. Malta has been exemplary in numerous rescue operations in difficult seas and has provided care and welfare once people come ashore. In fact, among the countries outside the planet's conflict zones, Malta takes the highest number of refugees. It's clear that opening doors to these refugees can not only be an act of charity, but an opportunity to enrich our societies. And so to return to my original theme, I'd like to pay tribute to some of the great musicians who chose to make America their home. We'll hear this evening from classical composers such as Bela Bartok, Igor Stravinsky, and Hollywood composer Maurice Jarre. Later, we heard music by popular songwriters like Irving Berlin and more modern musicians like John Lennon, Bob Marley, and Gloria Estefan. These examples make clear that America's experience with migration, while challenging, has been overwhelmingly positive. And we cooperate closely with Malta in this area. First, by helping to resettle by now over 1,000 refugees who found first refuge here. But just as important, by being a strong supporter of the Maltese government's efforts to integrate these migrants and help make it a positive experience both for migrants and their new homeland. We are extremely proud of this cooperation. In closing, I'd like to note that there are several U.S. companies represented here this evening, and they have helped make this evening's celebration possible. I'd like you to join me in thanking them for their support. Now, I would like to invite President Abela and Foreign Minister Abela onto the stage for a toast. To our continued cooperation in global challenges, to the friendship between Malta and the United States, and to the health of the President of Malta and the people of the Republic of Malta. Cheers.